Check. Hopefully we are coming at you live over on the YouTube sphere, boys and girls. This is my very first attempt at doing this live, so fingers crossed I've got you. Hopefully you are in there, because it's going to be a bit crazy as we're coming at you with live Championship predictions, match day number 7 on the channel. If you're watching, make sure you stick a comment in down below so I know I'm live. If not, who cares? Well, we're going to go with it. I'm going to go with it anyway. Let's roll the VT, boys and girls. That's right, back once again with another live show, boys and girls, coming at you on the channel with live. And we're going to do match day predictions, match day number 7, championship number 7. If you're watching, make sure you stick a comment in down below. Please, again, I don't even know if I'm live, so we're going to jump into thick things in a second. We're going to go with it. I'm going to go with it anyway. Let's roll the VT, boys and girls. Thanks for joining us, joining me on the show. That's right. So it is going to be an interactive element. Championship predictions. I'm going to do it just like we do usually on the pre-recorded ones. You can chip in with your live back once again with another live show, boys and girls, coming at you on the channel live. And we're going to do match day predictions, match day number 7, number 7. If you're watching, coming at you please, again, I don't even know if I'm live, so we're going to jump into things in a second. I'm going to go with it anyway. Let's roll the VT, boys. We're get it all here under one roof. So it is going to be an interactive element for you championship predictions. I'm going to do it just like we do usually on the channel. If so, yes, kudos. So let's get going and take a little look now at last time's predictions. Obviously, we've just come from the international break, so we're going to look back at my predictions, your predictions, and all that kind of good stuff. Charlton to win, I don't know about that, buddy, but we'll have to see. But we're going to take a look first and foremost at how we got on last time around, match day number 6. It feels like a lifetime ago. So these are the results on the right-hand side. My predictions are on the left, and then we'll take a look at what you guys think for match day. Well, I'll see how you guys made out for match day number 6. So Cardiff did take on Fulham. I think it was the early kicker from the Friday. It was a 1-1 final score. Actually went with a 2-1 final score, so got that one wrong. Not great start to the weekend. Meanwhile, Bristol City in fact, I think I did absolutely horrific this weekend, but you guys did okay. I will get onto the comments in a section, but it's good. Nice to see a few people coming in for the show on a Monday. It is the Monday morning blues. For me, it's just started. I've still got to go to work in a minute. But anyway, Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 2. Final score actually went with a 2-0 win, so not great to the weekend. Birmingham took on Stoke. What a absolute shit show Stoke are having at the moment. 2-1 final score. Actually went 2-1 the other way, so not great. 3 out of 3. Wrong. Meanwhile, Brentford did take on Derby. 3-0 final score for Brentford in the end. Actually went with a 2-0 win, so not too shabby there. Finally, probably one of the shocks of the weekend. Leeds losing at home to Swansea. 1-0 final score. For Swansea actually went 3-0 the other way, so a bit of a surprise for me. Luton took on Huddersfield Town. 2-1 final score. I got that one bang on the nose, boys and girls. Bang on the flipping nose. Millwall took on Hull. That was all square. 1-1 final score. Actually went with a 2-1 win for Millwall, so not too great either. Forest took on Preston North End. That actually ended up as a 1-1 final score. Actually got the right amount of goals on this one, but I just didn't distribute them correctly. Reading took on Charlton, and Charlton are on an absolute flyer right now. 2-0 final score. Actually went 1-0 the other way, so realistically, as you can tell, this week's predictions were pretty woeful. Sheffield Wednesday did take on QPR, and QPR picking up an away win as well. 2-1 final score there. I actually went with a 2-0 win for Wednesday. Obviously, the mighty blue and white decided to have a day off, and they lost 3-2 to West Brom at the Hawthorns. It was a good old game. We actually made it a little bit competitive just before half-time, but ultimately we couldn't get ourselves back into it. I actually predicted a 2-1 win for West Brom. You know, and I just noticed we got a Brom Baggies fan just popping in the chat, and Wigan did take on Barnsley 0-0 final score there. Actually went with a 2-1 win. So ultimately, when you look at my predictions, I actually did pretty terrible. So I would have got myself, with my grading criteria, which I'm going to show you right here, right now, I would have got myself a big fat red face like that bad boy. So I'm going to take a look at your guys' predictions now, just to show you what the criteria is for what you get. Obviously, if 0 to 3, you get a face like mine, and then you 4 to 6, you get the frown, or whatever that is, and then the big fat thumbs up coming out. Yes, Charlton are kicking ass and taking names at the moment. I can't believe how well they're doing. But anyway, let's get cracking and take a look at how you guys got on. There are quite a few predictions, so let's get taking a look at it, shall we? So United lad, he actually got an okay result for him. Charlie Anderson didn't do too well. He joined me in the Red Face Club. Russell Frost did okay for himself. Kyokan, he did okay. Yannick Bustler, he had a bit of a nightmare. He actually had quite a nightmare whole weekend. He was predicting all kinds of stuff in the European competitions. Son David, I believe he's on the chat. Hello, laddie boy. You did all right for yourself. Ian Thomas, he joins me with the Red-Faced Gang. Dada W, not too great for him. Shadows Josh, no, he's okay. Jaden the Gengar, he did all right for himself. Jonathan Monaghan, there's quite a few of us with the Red-Faced Gang today. Adam Wadsworth, okay. Unique 5248, he did all right. Tom joins us in the Red-Faced Gang. Sam Murphy, also in the Red-Faced Gang. Now, obviously, the Championship is what it is. It's one of the hardest to predict leagues in the world. You can tell that from those predictions. We've got more for you. I don't know what this face is doing here, but we're going to roll with it. Hawks Nebula, he did all right for himself. Op YouTube channel of all years, mate. I think that's top YouTube channel of all years, mate. He joins me in the Red-Faced Gang. Alex Litton, he did all right for himself. Jacob Newman, he did all right for himself. Rory Pop in the Red-Faced Gang. Billy Spencer, all right for himself. Epic Gamer also joins me in the Red-Faced Gang. Joe Turner, he did all right for himself. And Noko Drinker, also in the Red-Faced Gang. Yes. Any more? No, that's all I've got. Going to have a quick look at the chat here to try and see what's going on. Yeah, Forest going up, Charlton going up. Charlton are looking good as it stands, as you can see from the table. They are second as it stands. Swansea first. Leeds are in third. West Brom fourth. Bristol City are in fifth. Fulham make up the playoffs in the sixth spot. Down the bottom, it is Stoke and Huddersfield, just a point on the board, and Wigan down there with Paul Cock as manager. 4 points on the board. So far, so good. Just checking on the stream. 17 of us watching. It's nice to see. Like to see them numbers creep up a little bit. Hello to everybody who's here on the live show. So let's take a look now at what's going on this weekend as we return for match day number 7 of the Championship. So this is where it gets a little bit interactive. You can chip in with your predictions right here and now. Don't know what the delay is. So once I say something, I'm going to try and see if you're up to speed with me. So I'm going to kick it off with the Friday's game. Friday the 13th. It's going to be unlucky for some. Derby County against Cardiff. Now, if you are listening and watching, I'd like to see some predictions coming in while I'm talking about it. And then I will try and read some of them off before I get to the next one. Again, I don't know how bad the delay is. But we're going to go with it. We're going to roll with it. Okay, so Derby coming to this. Where are they in the table? They are struggling at the moment. 19th. I actually predicted them to finish quite high in the table, so they're struggling at the minute. Up against Cardiff, who are 13th in the table. Now, the record over the years between these two sides, if I can find it, 28 victories for Cardiff, 17 draws, and 18 losses. Basically, 18 wins for Derby. The bookmakers, if you are a gambling man, are going 29-20 for Derby. The favourites appear. I think they are the favourites. 9-5 Cardiff, 5-2 the draw. We do have a couple of predictions in the house. Mickey NA is going with a 2-0 win. Obviously, he's a Baggies fan. Thirsty's going with a 1-1 draw. Derby, Nico has gone with a 3-1 victory for Derby. Hayden Kelly's gone with a 2-1 win for Cardiff. And Billy Spencer's in there with a 1-1 draw for Cardiff. Matty's also joining us with a 2-0 win for Cardiff. Well, I'm going to go with, am I going to join the club? Luke Poyser's gone with a 3-2 victory. I'm in the 2-0 victory, gang, with Derby County. That's right, folks. So, me and Mickey on the same wavelength a little bit. Anyone else joining us? Son David's going for victory for Derby as well, so that's good to see. It's quite spread that predictions amongst the viewers. Some going with Derby, some going with Cardiff. So it's one of them. It's one of them. It could go either way, and the bookmakers go with that one. Then moving on to Fulham up against the Baggies, West Brom. Obviously, these two are up there in the contenders to be in the promotion talk. Obviously, Fulham come into this. Where are they in the table these days? Fulham are actually in sixth. West Brom are in fourth. The record over the years between these two sides, if I can find the data. Where is it? So we have Fulham up against West Brom. 27 victories for Fulham over the years, 36 victories for West Brom, 19 draws between us. Again, get your predictions in on the chat. That'd be good to see what you guys think. So that's what the form book looks like. The bookies are going with 21-10 for Fulham, 13-5 for West Brom, 5-2 the draw. That's if you are a betting man. We have a couple of predictions in the house. I'm not sure which one Samuel Bailey's going for, but I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw here. Mickey's going with a 3-2 victory for the Albion. Of course he is. Samuel Bailey with a 2-0 victory for Fulham. Hayden Kelly's going 2-1 Albion. Thusty's going all square right down the middle, 2-2. Billy Spencer with a 2-1 win for West Brom. Nico's going 2-1 West Brom. And Rory Pop just loves my content. I like to see that. Matty 10's going 3-1 victory. A 1-1 draw for Luke Poyser and son David, or David's son. I like David's son, sounds cool. 1-0 victory for Fulham, and Hayden Kelly in there with a 2-1 victory for the Albion. Now I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory for Fulham. Yep, shocker, but it is Craven Cottage. They have got talent. It's going to be a tight old game, and I can see it being very fine margins. Maybe a late winner by Fulham. So any baggies watching, I'm looking at you. But any baggies watching, unfortunately, you're gonna slip up here. Rory Pop sneaked in there with a 3-0 victory for the Albion. Moving on to the game of the weekend. It is Rovers up against Millwall. Now, why I've got your attention, your undivided attention. You can join me live on Twitch as I watch Blackburn Rovers thrash, absolutely stick 10 past Millwall on Twitch. Link to my Twitch is in the old description down below. We could do something like this a little bit, chat about it. Well, I'll bring you up to date with what's going on around the grounds, with all the other kind of stuff. I'm going to talk more about that later. Don't want to harp on about it too much. But it's at Ewood Park. Rovers come into this. Where are we in the table? We are struggling a little bit. 17th in the table. Up against Millwall, who started pretty well in 12th in the campaign. Just the one defeat for them thus far. The record between these two sides are... Well, have I done it? It's 21 victories for Rovers, 10 for Millwall, 11 draws. Nice to see some lovely predictions coming in favour. Oh, Oliver, you hit me where it hurts. But that was the record. The bookmakers have it as 21-20 for Rovers, 27-10 for Millwall. So we are the favourites going into it. It's 12-5, the draw. What we got in the chat here? So we... Promise Fabian, I don't know if I think he's going for a 1-1 draw again. Oliver, yep, hit me where it hurts. Mahoney, yep, that would suck ass if that happened. Luke Poyser, yep, kudos to you, 2-1 victory. Billy Spencer's going with a 0-0 draw. It could be one of those games. It was that last time around, and he would. Matty 10, getting into my good books, 7-0 win for Rovers over Millwall. Big hello to Shane. Mickey Ennie will go with a draw on this one. Hayden Kelly's also going draw. Son David with a 2-0 victory for Rovers. Mickey Ennie's flip-flopped around it and go with a 2-1 victory for Rovers and a 1-1 draw for Nico, and Promise Fabian with a 1-0 win. Of course. Obviously, I don't like betting on Rovers, but I'm going to go with them this time with a 3-0 win for Rovers over Millwall. Shane Lomax coming in with a 2-0 win. Ushukul Chandi's in there. Yes, I am right. We've got a Luton fan in the house. So that is Rovers. Next up, we have Charlton up against Birmingham. What we got here now? Charlton come into this obviously amazing start to the season. Yet to taste defeat, sitting second in the table, 14 points on the board. Up against Birmingham, who have had a okay start, 9th in the table. They'll take that, I'm sure. Obviously, the Pep Clotet is one of them people that's got a bit of a funky taste around his mouth. Not really winning everybody over, but you can't knock that start. 9th place for Birmingham. The bookmakers. In fact, let's skip the bookmakers. Let's go into the form book here. Birmingham up against Charlton, if I can find it. It's so hard. 20 victories for Birmingham, 24 for Charlton, 20 draws down the middle. Quick look at the odds, just in case you want to put a bet on. I don't know why. 13-10 for Charlton, 11-5 for Birmingham, 23-10 the draw. Charlton are favourites on this one. We've got the predictions in the house, so let's take a look at them. Shane Lomax. No, that's not right. Samuel Bailey's going with a 5-0 win for Charlton over Birmingham. Big result there. Mickey Ennie's going with a 2-0 win for the Addicts. Rory Pop with a 2-0 win as well for Charlton. Billy Spencer's going for the Addicts as well, 1-0 win. Son Davis going with a draw. Matty 10 going 3-0. He's obviously looks like he's a Charlton fan. Of course he is. He mentioned it earlier. Luke Poyser with a 3-1 win for Charlton. Nico is going with a 2-0 win for Charlton. Hayden Kelly 4-0 win for Charlton. Shane Lomax with a 2-2 draw. Now it looks like it's heavily favoured in Charlton. Now, don't disrespect them. They did us over, and they're looking good right now. But the bubble's surely going to burst for Charlton at some stage. Surely the wheels have got to come off at some stage. But I don't think it'll be this weekend. I think they've got it in the bit between the teeth. They're going to nick another win here, a 2-1 win, and I think they're in good shape now. To obviously, I don't think I predicted them to go down in my initial prediction video. So check that sucker out if you like. Just do a quick chat and see what's going on how many people are watching. Numbers are getting better. Obviously, this is the first. It's kind of a soft launch. we'll do these, obviously, hopefully, week in, week out. Over at the KCOM, it'll be Hull City up against Wigan. Let's bring you the form book on this bad boy. Hull City against them Ticks. 7 victories for Hull, 10 for Wigan, and 6 draws over the years. Now, Hull come into this in 20th. Obviously, they got Jared Bowen, who's an absolute immense talent at this level. Wigan struggling in 22nd spot. I'd like to see them go down, no disrespect, but yes, all taken. I'd like to see them go down. I'm going to put my cards on the table. If you're a Wigan fan, it's just your manager. It's just your manager winds me up a little bit, but that's just my point. What else have I got for you? The bookmakers have, what do we got here? 19-20 in favour of Hull, 14-5 for Wigan, 13-5. The draw straight down the middle. What have we got in the house? We've got a couple of predictions coming at you. Obviously, yeah, Wigan and Rovers have got a recent rivalry that's kind of bubbled to the surface since we're both in League One. And Paul Cock has got a bit of a mouth on him, and I'd like to see him get his comeuppance at some of these days. So we got Nico coming in with a 3-1 victory, with a 1-1 draw straight down the middle. Mickey N.A. is going with a 2-1 victory for Hull. Luke Poster's going with a ball draw straight down the middle. Matty 10 with a 2-0 victory for Hull. Shane Lomax going 4-1 in favour of Wigan, perhaps. Son David with a 2-1 victory for Hull. Noko Drinker with a 3-0 win for Hull. Billy Spencer 3-0 also. Promise Fabian also with a 2-1 win. And Rory Pop 2-1 in the house. What have I gone with? I've joined the 3-1 gang. Was there a 3-1 gang in there? Yes. No, there isn't. There is no 3-1 gang. I'm the only member of the 3-1 gang in favour of Hull City. Move over to Middlesbrough up against Reading over at the Riverside, this bad boy. Now let's take a look at the record between these two sides, if I can dig out the stats. 14 victories for Middlesbrough. 9 victories for Reading. 10 draws right down the middle. The bookmakers have this going in favour of Middlesbrough as well. 11-10, the home victory. 27-10 for Reading. 9-4, the draw. Middlesbrough coming to this in 18th spot. Not really the greatest start to Jonathan Woodgate's managerial career. Up against Reading, who had a very good start to the season, but they kind of come back down to earth. 16th at the table, just 1 place above Rovers. Both teams come into this. Middlesbrough are unbeaten in 3 games within the league. Reading on the flip side just lost 1 in the opening 4, the previous 4 games. So that's the state of flux with that. What we got in the house? Well, Luke Posh's first and foremost straight in the door with a 3-2 victory for Middlesbrough. Shane Lomax is going 2-1, looks like in favour of Reading. Billy Spencer's going with a 4-0 win for Middlesbrough as well. Goals galore in that bad boy. Nico's going with a 2-2 draw. Rory Pop with a 1-0 win for Borough. Noko Drinker with a 1-1 draw. There's a lot of draws in here. Everyone's playing it right down the middle. Matty 10 with a 1-1 draw. Last minute equaliser for Reading he's going with. Mickey Ennie with a 1-1 draw. And David Dunn. Yeah, that's cool. Son David, he's going with a 2-1 win for Reading. Pushkas will score for Reading. And he flashes his muscles at you. So, yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad picks. I am actually going to go with a 1-0 squeaky bum win for Borough just to nick it in the end. It's home. I'm going with home team, home advantage, and that will be that. Meanwhile, over at Deepdale, last one squeezing in there. Promise Fabian squeezes in with a 1-1 draw. But over at Deepdale, we have Preston up against Brentford. Now, Brentford are one of those teams, man. You just can't call it. Now, the record between these two sides over the years, if I can find it, it is so hard. The document I have for this is tiny writing. 23 victories for Brentford, 20 victories for Preston North End, 13 draws right down the middle. Now, Preston come into this in 7th. Brentford come into this 14th spot. Brentford also come into this on the back of a victory. Preston come into this on a 3-game unbeaten run. Now, the bookmakers go with a 8-5 victory for Preston, 13-8 for Brentford, 5-2 the draw. We have some predictions in the house. Sonny Watson's going with a 4-0 loss to Brentford. I'm going with that one here. The World of Soccer joins us in the house. Hello to you, sir. Nico P's going with a 3-1 victory for he's going with a 3-1 win for Preston. Luke's going with a 2-1 victory for Preston, as is Shane Lomax. Preston's going to get battered. Yes, hopefully they will. Billy Spencer's going with a Brentford victory, as is Noko Drinker once again. Mickey squeezing in with a 3-1 victory as well in favour of Preston. It is at Deepdale, so home form could be massive in this one. Obviously, Brentford have got an ex-Rovers goalkeeper between the sticks. Matty 10 squeezes in with a 2-1 victory for Preston. Patrick Bauer scoring a last-second winner. I'm actually going with a 2-1 win in favour of of Preston North End as well. So I joined that gang. There's quite a few of us in there. J. Den Lee 2301. Hello to you for joining the live stream. Welcome aboard. Promise Fabian squeezes in with a 3-1 victory in favour of Preston. Moving over to QPR up against Luton. The bookmakers have this in favour of QPR here. Obviously, Luton's starting pretty well. I'm pretty excited about Luton's start. Again, I don't think I've got them going down. Evens the odds for QPR. 13-5 the away win. 27-10 the draw. QPR come into this in 8th spot in the table. Warburton's boys doing all right. Sort of, it's a bunch of mercenaries really at QPR. They brought in a whole host of players. Jordan Heigl scoring goals for fun at the moment. They're sitting 8th spot, 10 points on the table, looking good. 2-game winning streak for them up against Luton Town. Luton Town are in 15th spot, 7 points on the board. Back-to-back wins for Luton as well, looking good as it stands. Now the record between these two sides: 31 victories for Luton, 37 victories for QPR, 28 draws over the years. We've got a few predictions in the house. Shane Lomax is coming in with a 3-1 victory for Luton. Stoke City, we got this. We'll talk about Stoke coming up next. What have we got here? Luke is going with a 1-0 victory for Luton. 3-3 draw, goals galore for Mickey. That's what he sees. Luton Town 3-2 victory. Nico predicts that one. Same for Matty 10, 3-2 victory for Luton. Alfonso Farina's going with a Queen's Park Rangers 2-0 victory over Luton. Son David also is going with a 2-0 victory for Luton. So it looks like a lot of people backing Luton to beat QPR here. HP 10, Leeds are going about. We'll get to that. We'll get to that Yorkshire affair in just a tick. Promise Fabian's with a 2-1 victory for QPR as well. Billy the Spencer going 4-0 win for the Rangers up against Luton. Now I'm going to join the majority. No, I'm joining the not the majority, the other bunch, the minority. There we go. I'm going with a 2-0 victory for QPR. I think Luton have done amazing so far. QPR, I think we all want to see Luton do well with the way they've rapidly shot up the football ladder. I'd like to see them do very well, but I think they're going to come up and see a couple of late ones in here. Nuko Drinker with a 2-1 victory. The Diamond with a 2-0 victory for Luton as well. Moving on to Stoke City against Bristol City. Oh my goodness. Stoke, if you want a good link on eBay, I can show you where you can buy a win, because right now you need to buy something because you are struggling with 1 point on the board. You're coming into this bottom of the pops, taking on Bristol City, who are 5th in the table. The bookmakers coming at you. 23-20 for Stoke. So the bookmakers go with Stoke on this one. 13-5 is the long shot Bristol City. 9-4 the draw. What have I got? The form book between these two sides is 15 victories for Stoke, 25 for Bristol City. Nope. Scrap that. 15 victories for Bristol City, 25 victories for Stoke. 14 draws in the house. Look at Liam Martin. He's coming in there. He's playing catch up a little bit. He must have nipped the loo or something like that. But yeah, we're looking at Bristol City as it stands. So get those predictions in. But yeah, Stoke, what's going on with them? I tipped them to do very well. Last season, they ended the season with like an airtight defence, but I don't know what's gone wrong with them at the moment. So let's take a look at what you got in the house. So Liam Martin, you do not include your Bristol City one, so just saying that. Ian Thomas is in there with a 4-1 victory for Bristol City. Luke's gone with a 3-0 victory for Bristol. Alfonso Farina's going with it. Goals galore. I lost it. I've lost it. The chat's too fast. Alfonso, where are you? 3-2 victory for Bristol City over Stoke. Mickey's going 3-1 Bristol City. Son David reckons Stoke will pick up a victory. Matty 10 is going 4-2 for Bristol City. Promise Fabian's going with a 2-2 draw. Stoke are embarrassing. Luke's Alfonso's gone 2-1. What's Billy Spencer saying? Stoke. Shitty Stoke. Neil, Bristol City 2. I'm allowing it. I'm allowing a little bit of abusiveness. Alfonso's going 2-1 Stoke. Noco Drinkers 4-1 Bristol City. Keaton Zamurley is going with a 2-1 Stoke. And Ricky's going with a 1-0 victory for Bristol City. Anonymous PLC, I kind of like it too, but it is my first one, so I'm just trying to iron out the kinks. As for me, I'm actually going to go with... what am I going? I'm going ball draw right down the middle. I think Stoke will try and turn it around a little bit. They could nick it. I think they could steal a victory here, but unfortunately, it's just going to be one of them. Moving on to Swansea City up against Nottingham Forest. Woo! Top of the pop, Swansea City. This is also on Saturday. The record over the years: 25 victories for Nottingham Forest, 23 for Swansea, 15 draws right down the middle. Nottingham Forest coming to this in 10th spot. The bookmakers go with 88 to basically 100 to 88 on. So Swansea favourites come into this. Nottingham Forest long shots 3-1, 27-10 the draw. waiting for the predictions to come in the house. But Swansea have come into this looking good. I actually underestimated them a little bit at the start of the season. I thought they would do very well. I thought they would be in the thick of things playoff-wise, but they've absolutely barnstormed it of late to come into contention for possible automatic promotion. I don't think it's going to stand. I think they'll get caught up a little bit as the season develops. Obviously, the first month, Rovers. I'm not saying Rovers are phenomenal or anything, but we had a rough month. I know the Leeds game at the end was an absolute great result, but can they continue it throughout the season? Mickey N.A. is going with a 2-0 win for Swansea. Billy Spencer's going for Forest. Possibly a shock there. Matty 10, Squeaky Bum, 1-0 win for Swansea. Promise Fabian's going with a 3-1 victory for Swansea, I assume. Shane Lomax, 2-1 win for Swansea. Last minute winner once again. Anonymous PLC is going for a Forest win, 3-1. Son David's going Swansea, 3-1 as well. Luke's going with a 1-1 draw. Liam Martin's going 2-1 victory for Swansea. No Code Drinker's going with a 1-1 draw. Ian Thomas is going 2-0 win for Swansea. Sounds a bit Welsh. Welsh in ya. Nico's 3-1 win for Swansea. And Ricky, 2-0 win for the Swans. I'm actually going with a 3-0 victory for Swansea. They'll take the momentum with them. Obviously, the international break might have hurt them in the long haul, but they're going to come in there, obviously, with that win against Leeds. That's going to give them a big old boost. Harley Bardot squeezes in. I know the name. I think I remember you doing predictions before. So welcome. And I respect your predictions coming in. 3-2 victory for Swansea. Moving on to Sunday's game, Huddersfield against Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously, Huddersfield are absolutely nightmare. Have they got a new manager yet? I don't know if they have. I know Sheffield Wednesday did get Gary Monk. And that's what we're talking about right now. So, obviously, managerless Huddersfield up against newly managed or newly appointed Gary Monk's Owls. I made this prediction without that knowledge in my head. I completely forgot about that. So, let's go take a look at the bookies. They're going with 7-4 victory for Huddersfield, 8-5 for Sheffield Wednesday. It's tight margins on that one. 23-10, the draw. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday coming into in 11th spot. Looking good at the moment. They were looking good. They are coming into this back-to-back defeats. I think that cost the caretaker the job on a permanent basis. What have you? The record between these two sides over the years. Huddersfield. 25 victories for Huddersfield. 20 victories for Sheffield Wednesday. 13 draws between them. What have we got in the house? Yes, I know that international result, Liechtenstein picked up a crazy result, but we're talking about Championship. Nico's here with a 3-0 win for Wednesday. Luke Poster's going with a Owls victory as well, 3-1 away from home. Liam Martin's going with Sheffield Wednesday as well. Ian Thomas confirms he is Welsh. Stop the press. 3-2 victory from Matty 10 in favour of Huddersfield. Colin Grant has started well and he's scoring goals, which is crazy to see. Son David's going with Huddersfield as well. Mickey Anne, Dan Crowley going to Huddersfield. That would be an absolute amazing managerial appointment. I'll talk about the website in a minute. No Code Drinkers going 2-0 win for Wednesday. Mickey's going 2-2. Billy Spencer's going with a 2-0 win for Sheffield Wednesday. Promise Fabian 1-1 draw. Ricky's going 2-1 Sheffield Wednesday. Harley Bardot's going 2-0 win for Huddersfield. Faith in God. That's right. Wednesday easy win. Barre Love Life 1-1. 2-1 win for Wednesday in the end there. Woo, the predictions are coming thick and fast now. It's getting quite heated. So let's take a look what I think. I think it's going to be a 1-0 win for Huddersfield. Monk will start with a defeat. Huddersfield will get the cheeky victory. And then, I don't know what that's going to do for the managerial appointment. If Crowley comes in prior to this, I think that's whoever gets him is going to be into a bit of they'll have a bit of a nice pickup. Anyway, moving on to Barnsley up against Leeds United. It is the all Yorkshire affair here, boys. Now, over the years, they've played each other a fair bunch of times. Where is my stats here? Where's my stats? Where are you, Leeds? 20 victories for Barnsley, 25 for Leeds, 17 draws over the years. The bookmakers have this 6-1 in favour of Barnsley, 47-100. So Leeds come into this red hot favourite, 17-5 the draw. Leeds come into this third spot. Barnsley not doing too great at the moment, 21 spot on the table. Haven't picked up a victory since opening day, Barnsley, and that was who's that against? Was that against Fulham? That was Fulham. So, what we got in the house? Nico's going 2-1 Leeds. Paul Makaki's going with a 2-2 draw. Matty 10 is going with a 2-1 win for Barnsley. Shock on the cards there. Another one. Son David's going with a 2-1 win for Barnsley as well. While you guys are coming in with yours, I'll give you mine. Obviously, Leeds are looking... Obviously, that hit against Swansea is a bit of a wobble. I'm actually going with a 2-0 win for Leeds. away from home to give themselves a bit of a boost as well. Back into the house, what we got, Liam Martin's going with 2-1 win Leeds. Promise Fabian's also going with a Barnsley victory, I think 2-1. Billy Spencer's going with Leeds as well. Knocker Drinker 4-1 Leeds. Harley Bardot's going 3-1 Leeds. Jaden the Gengar's going with a draw. Nope, he's going for something else. It's a different game. Ricky's going 3-1 Leeds. Anonymous PLC's also going in favour of Leeds 2-0. Jaden the Gengar has gone Leeds. Barnsley 2-1. Mickey Enne's going 5-goal thriller. 3-2 win for Leeds. And Bari Lovelife 3-1 Leeds. And that is match day number 7. Jaden the Gengar's coming in with an early pick for match day 1. I can't go back on that now because I'm rolling past my expected end time. Last minute, I'm going to squeeze you in there, Audrin O'Neill, with a 3-2 win for Leeds. Now, if somehow all the stars align and all these results come in, this is what the table will look like at the end of match day number 7. Swansea will be top, Charlton will be 2nd still, Leeds 3rd, Fulham 4th, Preston North End 5th, QPR up to 6th, the mighty Blue and White up to 9th in the table. Down at the bottom will be Stoke, Wigan and Huddersfield. And that will be match day number 7. Now, again, you guys loved the predictions live. It was good. It was quite quick. Now, I still want to see you guys put your predictions in the old comment section down below in a cluster. I don't think I could edit the chat out. I tried to do something like that on Twitch, but there was only a couple of viewers. You guys have been phenomenal. It's been a lot of interactiveness. I love it. It's brilliant. But if you could still whack them in there, that would be great. And then I can crop them out and I'll put them onto the thing. Somebody did ask me what website this is. It's not really a website. Well, the middle bit, the graphic in the middle, is taken from worldfootball.net, but the rest of the stuff is PowerPoint. And the rest is me, my face. Anyway, just want to let you know that I'm going to be doing some more predictions tomorrow for the Premier League, just like this. The same rough time, roughly. And then on Thursday, we're going to do the first match day of the Champions League as well. And again, I did mention it earlier, I'm actually going to be live on Twitch, interactive, watching Blackburn Rovers stuff Millwall 17-0. Goals galore in that bad boy. You can join me. There is a link to the Twitch thing in the old description below. It won't just be Rovers. I will be watching Rovers, but behind me I'll have a live updates of what else is going on in the Championship, what else is going on in the Premier League. I'll bring you up to date with all kinds of other stuff. And there'll be a live league table. So let's say Millwall score 6 goals and they'll shoot up the table. You can see all that take place. It'll be a bit of a merry-go-round. I used to get more predictions right, Anonymous PLC, but I've been on my vacation. The past couple of weeks, past month, I've been half predicting. You know, I've not had my prediction hat on, but I have now. So hopefully we'll have a little bit more success this time around. But it's not just about me, boys and girls. It's also about you. So get your predictions in on the show. Yeah, that's right. Come on, Rovers. And that, I am just about done and dusted. Anything before I go, because I've enjoyed this. We're going to do this pretty much every week. It will get a little bit crazy in October because I've noticed that there's a couple of match days, so there might be twice live in the thing. I'm not going to go live with my Europa League because it's second fiddle. I can't go live all the time, but maybe next year. Maybe I'm just going to pre-record those and all that kind of stuff. But anyway. Thanks again for your participation in the interactive element. I'm going to get out of here. I've got work to go and I've got to try and sell a truck in a second. Wish me luck. Anyway, I'm going to see you all tomorrow if you're going to join me for the Premier League predictions. If you've got any good comments down, put them in the thing down below. Tell me how it sounded. Tell me how it looked. If there's anything you would like to see more of or less of or whatever, get your comments in there because I'd like to know. My name on Twitch is Roverseas, I think. Again, there is a link, should be a link in the description down below, so check it out. It'll be a good laugh. We can talk about all sorts of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Loved it, and I'm going to hopefully roll my outro now. Ciao for now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.